That was Janiqua with Making Love right here on WithTheCityUnderground.com. Your music, your station. In the studio, I have the pleasure of having a true professional, as I like to call it, a true professional, Mr. Jeff Lupetin, who is a voiceover actor.
Good way of putting it. Voiceover actor, voiceover artiste.
Artiste? Would you rather artiste?
No, I think actor.
Actor, okay.
Let's not get too carried away here. That's not a good thing to start doing.
Yeah, but I just met you a little while ago, and the reason why I'm so happy to have you here is because being in this position and people seeing what I do, I've been getting, especially recently, a lot of people asking questions about voiceover work, either with radio or TV or being in movies and cartoons and things like that. And I want people to let people know, how did you get into business?
Well, I could talk about maybe ways to get in the business. I mean, for me personally, I was doing an improvisational show at the ETC space back in the 80s. They saw me in the show. They liked, whatever I was doing. I don't know how they got voice out of that, quite frankly. I still don't know to this day, because I ended up getting a station job in VO after that. But sometimes they'll see you on stage. Quite frankly, they like your personality. They think, gee, this guy might be interesting, or this woman might be interesting to have in this to read some things for us. They might have you come in and read. If that doesn't work, it might the other side of it is you might be on the air. They hear you on the air. They like the sound of your voice. They hear something like yourself on the air. They go, gee, he'd be really good for this or that. That's another way it happens. And the third way is well, I'm not on the air and I'm not going to be doing any performing as an actor. You're just good at voices. Well, then you got to put together. You got to really get a sample of your voices, which is a voice demo, and get it done right so people can hear what you sound like.
How's the right way to do that? Let's say for the average Joe who doesn't, I mean, you can find a way. Let's say you can find a way to record yourself,
right,
decently. Now, how do you go about getting a demo done correctly?
Well, I would urge, the first step, quite frankly, is to record yourself a lot. Get used to recording things, getting it to final. It's different than just reading it. You got to get a take and redo it till it's just there. Okay, and you can do that with anybody. If you're going to do a demo, though, you really want to work with somebody reputable, and I mean, someone like me, for instance.
Exactly.
My friend Dave and I do demos out of BAM Studios in Chicago, and Dave's a professional engineer. He's also a voiceover guy and a teacher. I'm a teacher and a writer and a voiceover guy.
You have a website called ultimatevoiceover.com. What can people find there if they go to this
if you
website?
go to ultimatevoiceover.com, what you're going to get are some free lessons on just some basic things, basic tips on things that you need to know when you're standing in front of a mic. That'll all come into play when you're doing your auditions and when you're doing your session work. But the key in terms of the demo is something you have to have because it's really your calling card. It's what they're going to ask you. Have a demo. They're going to ask you if they have a demo.
Who's they?
Usually, anybody that wants to hire you or an agent. Usually, it'll be the agent who wants to represent you and send you out and give you scripts to read. They want to hear what you sound like. Someone else on a lesser stance than that, it might be somebody at a company. Maybe they want you to do their phone machines. They call voice prompts. Okay, they like your voice. Do you have a demo? I'd like to run it by my friend. Or we're doing a narration on, for children's hospitals or whatever. Well, do you have anything like that? Well, then they sometimes just produce a piece. And then you get it nicely done. Doesn't cost that much. They hear it and they go, "Oh, that sounds pretty good." Next thing you know, you get the job. Next thing you know, you're getting into that circle of things. And you might get other work just like it. So,
you have another website, loopytalk.com.
Right, Loopy Talk, Loopy, like Chicago's Loop, Loopy. Loopy Talk is a collection of all my materials through the years. You see the Loopyplex on the right side there. You can click on any of those little boxes, and it'll take you into different content. So you can, learn what I did. I mean, we all listen to other people, listen to what I do, and see kind of what's out there.
Where might we've heard your voice before? I've seen the Raid commercial.
Right, in this market, going back years, I did a character called I Am Hungry for McDonald's. That's on my reel there. I did the Raid Bugs. I used to be the Lotto Wizard. Play little lotto, the odds be with you. That was on years ago. There's again manipulating your voice. You don't have to be an old person to do a voice like that.
Right.
And then I used to be the national voice for Off, and I used to do one of the Oldsmobiles. That's like the Edsel, it's gone, but I was their national voice as well. So yeah, a lot of that kind of stuff in and around local and national spots.
Okay. And what I want to do, I want to take a quick break, and when we come back, you on your ultimatevoiceover.com, you have something called 5 free tips.
Yes, free tips.
I want to go over those when we come back.
All right.
Some of them, I mean, I just think all of them are very important when it comes to doing what you do,
Yeah.
and even doing what I do. I know one of them is one of the main things I was taught. The first thing I think I was taught was the popping peas, which we will talk about all coming up after this song right here. This is Pete Coakley with Bedtime on WindyCityUnderground.com.